I have talked a lot about lentils on this channel. They're one of my favorite things for a very specific reason. Now, I've also talked a lot about my weight loss, and I've talked a lot about my upcoming Boston Marathon run. This year, I'm gonna be running the Boston Marathon, and I'm also running the Chicago Marathon this year. Boston Marathon is April 21st, Chicago Marathon is October 12th. Now currently I'm in the middle of my Boston Marathon training, and it is kicking my butt far more than I expected it to. Before my official marathon build started with my coach, I was running about 20 miles a week, max. But I was also doing 3 hours a week of yoga and 4 to 5 hours a week of weight training. Now, I didn't start at that workout regimen. That's not how I started. I actually started very small. I actually just started running using the Couch to 5K app, going very slow, started adding in little workouts at a time, like Monday night yoga every week, going to the gym once a week just to kind of like lift or do something. And then I kind of slowly built up from that. When I first started losing weight, when I was close to around 275 pounds, I was eating close to 1,800 calories a day. I was staying in a caloric deficit. I slowly started adding more calories on as I went and as I added in more activity to kind of make up for the energy that I was using. So now I'm currently running 40 to 50 miles a week. I limited yoga. I pulled that back to about 1 day a week, maybe just an hour to 2 hours a week. And I'm only getting in maybe 2 to 3 hours of weight training. The running has been a lot. It was burning a lot of energy and I was tired. I was fatigued. I did a 16-mile run yesterday. I'm running 4 miles tomorrow, a couple miles throughout the week, and then I have another 18-mile long run at the end of this week. And I have to continue fueling for those runs as I go through the week. Now, I'm very specifically talking about running here, but this can apply to anybody that's trying to be more active. Proper fueling using nutrient-rich dishes can give you more energy and make you feel more energized, sustained for a longer period of time. But this lunch changed everything, and I'll explain why. I feel incredible after eating it. It's so good. And it's super good. Pretty much everything in this bowl is there not just for taste, but is there for a nutritional reason. There's some very valid science behind all of this. But before I fill you in on the science, let's get making it. First thing we're gonna start with is celery, garlic, and a sweet potato, chopped. I'm gonna toss those into a Dutch oven or a large pot over a medium heat with about a tablespoon of olive oil and let those simmer together for about 5 minutes, which is plenty of time for today's sponsor. I think the thing that finally broke for me after decades of yo-yo dieting was I started to focus primarily on my health and less on the weight loss. To do that, I became incredibly active, I cut out overly processed foods, and I started focusing on a daily habit of complementing my diet with what I felt was essential for my lifestyle. And that started when I found Complement. Complement is about empowering you to make your decisions for your health with tools, superfoods, resources, and nutrients that helps build a system to fit your goals. You can actually head over to their website linked below and take their quiz. It only takes a few minutes and they will give you evidence-based and expert-backed guidance on what you might need to complement your lifestyle. For me, being overly active, I take the Complement Protein, Creatine, and the Complement Essential, which is the ultimate multivitamin for plant-based eaters. It includes nutrients like B12, D3, iodine, K2, zinc, and magnesium. And their protein and creatine are fantastic. I like to mix the protein and the creatine with a little bit of almond milk after my hard workouts. It supports my muscles, helps me recover. I do it after pretty much every workout. And everything's 100% vegan, triple tested to ensure potency, purity, and transparency. And then they publish the third-party test results on their site for everyone to see. I love this chocolate protein. It is so good. But if you're not happy, they also offer a 100-day guarantee on all orders. So whether you're an athlete, parent, health nut, or somewhere in between, Complement is here to support your healthy lifestyle. So gang, click the link below to get 15% off everything I mentioned here, plus they have a lot more. Complement, thanks for sponsoring today's video and for supporting my new healthy life. I love it. Okay, so now we're back, the veggies are simmering, it's time to turn this lentil soup into some legit lentil soup by adding the star of the show, the lentils. Lentils are high in protein, about 18 grams per cup cooked. That supports muscle growth and repair. I know every time I talk about protein, there's gonna be 3 or 4 people in the comment section that says, do you really need that much protein? If you're an active person, yes, you do want that much protein. It helps build your muscle, it helps in muscle recovery so you don't feel as bad. but it supports muscle growth and repair. They're also rich in fiber, about 15 grams per cup, which supports digestion, keeps you full, and supports healthy cholesterol levels. They are also a complex carb, which is a slower to digest carbohydrate, gives you sustained energy without spiking your blood sugar, which is perfect for long runs or if you're going to get on your workout bike or rowing machine or treadmill. You're going to want that sustained energy. Lentils are also a great source of non-heme iron. That is essential for oxygen transportation, getting oxygen into the bloodstream and into the muscles. And they are loaded with the electrolytes magnesium and potassium, which I know a lot of people are throwing the electrolyte word around lately, which for somebody like me, I'm a heavy sweater, I lose a lot of electrolytes every single time I run. That reduces cramping, fatigue, muscle soreness, helps you get up and go again the next day. And the magnesium helps promote better sleep. Now there's a load of other nutrients that are great about lentils, like good for your heart health or platelet support, which is something I need personally, which is why lentils are a powerhouse. I make this every Monday and I can have it throughout the week for lunch, almost every day. There's always something a little bit different. You can add hot sauce, you can add different flavorings if you want, but this is the main gist of it. I'm going to toss a cup and a half of lentils with around a teaspoon of cumin and enough water to make sure that everything's covered. I'm also going to add around an 1/8 teaspoon of baking soda to create a very slightly alkaline environment to cook the lentils faster and make them softer. Now we're just going to cover them with a lid and let them simmer for about 30 minutes. At this point, you shouldn't have added any salt. We don't want any salt in this until the very end. We want these lentils to get very soft. Salt and acids will hinder the cooking process here. And this is it. 30 minutes later, take the top off. You can see this is cooked completely down, and now you can really just jazz it up and boost its nutritional profile, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to add around a tablespoon of hemp seeds. I know that sounds weird, but that is going to boost the protein. We're going to add a teaspoon of turmeric for its anti-inflammatory properties, and a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. And then let's just plate this up. I'm gonna toss in about a quarter of an avocado, and that's gonna bring this bowl to 437 calories, 24 grams of protein, 58 grams of good carbs, 13 grams of fantastic fats, and 28 grams of fiber. This soup is great for energy endurance, muscle recovery and fatigue, anti-inflammatory, good for your gut, and speeds up your recovery. It's a nutrient-dense, balance-rich meal. And it's super good. This is perfect for anybody who is already currently active, somebody who's trying to be more active, somebody that just wants to be a little bit more healthy, and you're gonna get about 4 or 5 servings out of each one of those pots. Now, I've made stuff like this in the past. This one's very specific, so if you have anything that you do that's similar to this, let me know. I'm really curious. It's so good.